Coin On.
Hey there, YouTube coin community. I'm Dustin with CoinOp. Today we are going to take a look at the top 10 most popular double dies throughout all of the US coinage. So let's dive right on in. In the number 10 position, we have the 1974D, which is a Denver Mint double die adverse. Once again, it's a 1974D double die adverse. It's listed as DDO-001. Now, this is a Kennedy half dollar. This one is listed in the Red Book. In circulated condition, they're worth between $20 and $30. Uncirculated condition, they usually trade for between $30 and $50. Uncirculated meaning they've never been in circulation. Now, in 2005, one in an NGC holder graded MS64 sold for $595 in Heritage Coin Auctions. Now, very strong doubling is seen on the bust, In God We Trust, Liberty, and the date. Now, you can find these coin searching, so keep your eyes out for these. In the number 9 position, we have a 1964 Denver Mint Roosevelt Dime. Once again, this is a 1964D Roosevelt Dime. This is a double die reverse. This is listed as DDR-001. Very strong doubling is seen on one dime, United States of America, and the leaves. Now, these in circulated condition, meaning if you found it in pocket change, they trade between $50 and $100. Uncirculated, they trade between $125 and $225. Now, in 2007, in a Heritage Coin Auction, one of these sold for $2,530 in an MS65 PCGS holder. Now we are moving on to number 8. We are taking a look at a 1934 double die adverse Washington quarter. Once again, this is a 1934 double die adverse Washington quarter. It is listed as DDO-001. Now, very strong doubling can be seen in God We Trust, the date, and Liberty. Now, circulated examples tend to trade between $120 and $500, meaning that they've been circulated, they've been in people's pockets. Uncirculated examples tend to trade between $600 and $1,700. Now, one of these did sell in auction in an NGC holder graded MS65 for $3,290. So they can be quite valuable. Now, number 7, we have a 1939 double die reverse Jefferson Nickel. This is a 1939 double die reverse Jefferson Nickel, also known as the doubled Monticello. Very strong doubling is seen on Monticello, 5 cents, and America. Circulated examples tend to trade between $75 and $250, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $400 and $800. Now, in 2013 at a Stacks and Bowers auction, an example graded by NGC in an XF40, it was only extremely fine 40, sold for $7,050. Now, in the number 6 position, we have quite a famous double die. This is the 1972 double die adverse. This is one of the more popular double dies in the Lincoln Cent series. This is one of the ones that most people seem to know about. This is a 1972 double die adverse listed as DDO-001. Circulated examples of this tend to trade between $120 to $200, and uncirculated examples tend to trade between $250 and $450. Now, a strong spread can be seen on Liberty, In God We Trust, and on the date. So you can see this one with the naked eye. Now, in 2014, in a Heritage Coin Auction, one of these sold for $12,925. It was in a PCGS holder graded MS67. In the number 5 position, I have a 1942 Denver Mint 1942D Washington quarter. Once again, that's a 1942D Washington quarter. This is a double die adverse. It is listed as DDO-001. Very strong doubling is seen on Liberty, In God We Trust, and on the date. Now, circulated examples tend to trade between $150 up to $800, and uncirculated examples tend to trade between $2,000 and $3,000, with higher graded ones, of course, trading much more. Now, in 2015, in a Heritage coin auction, one of these in an NGC holder graded MS65 sold for $5,640. Now we are taking a look at number 4, which I have as a 1955 double die adverse. Once again, this is a 1955 double die adverse. This is listed as DDO-001. This is one of the most famous Lincoln Cent double dies. There are other ones, but this is one of the ones that most people do know about. Circulated examples on this one, due to its popularity, even low-grade examples tend to trade between $1,400 to $1,800, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $2,000 and $3,000. Now, in 1998, at a Sotheby's auction, a BU example, which means brilliant uncirculated, it was not graded by a third-party grading company. It was just a brilliant uncirculated example, sold for $8,250. Must have been a very beautiful example. Now, as I said, this is one of the most famous double dies. Very strong doubling can be seen on Liberty, In God We Trust, the date, basically the entire verse of the coin. It's a very beautiful double die. In the number 3 position, I have the 1873 Double Liberty Indian Head Cent. This is an 1873 Indian Head Cent. This is the Double Liberty. It is listed as FS101, or also known as Snow 1. Extreme doubling can be seen on Liberty, the eye, face, and on the feathers. Circulated examples tend to trade between $1,500 and $5,000, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $7,000 and $9,500. Now, in 2012, at a Stacks & Bowers auction, an example graded by PCGS MS64 sold for $31,625. So one of these sold in auction for $31,625. Very beautiful double die. Now, the number 1 and 2 positions was kind of a battle for me. In the number 2 position, and I'm pretty sure some of you are going to disagree with me on this one, but I put it here because the next coin fetches a lot more money. But in the number 2 position, I put the 1969S double die adverse. This is by far one of the most famous double dies. When you bring up a double die coin, if somebody even has any idea what you're talking about, they typically do know of the 1969S double die adverse Lincoln Cent. This is listed as DDO-001. Circulated examples tend to trade between $4,500 and $20,000, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $35,000 up to $120,000. Now, on this one, very strong doubling can be seen on the entire adverse, the Liberty, date, and In God We Trust. You can see this with the naked eye. You do not need magnification. Now, in 2008, at a Heritage coin auction, an example graded by PCGS, and it was graded MS64, sold for $126,500. Once again, it sold for $126,500. And once again, this is a very, very famous double die. This has had a lot of publication, and most people know about it. Now, in the number 1 position, I have the 1916 double die adverse Buffalo Nickel. The 1916 double die adverse Buffalo Nickel. This is by far the most famous Buffalo Nickel double die. Actually, this is one of the more famous double dies in general. The reason I put this one above the 1969S is because of how much examples trade for. Circulated ones, if you happen to find one searching Buffalo nickels, they tend to trade between $12,000 to $29,000 for circulated examples, while uncirculated examples tend to trade between $59,000 up to $148,000. Now in 2004, at an auction, one of these in a PCGS holder graded MS64 sold for $261,000. $261,000. That is a lot of money for a Buffalo nickel, but this is a very beautiful double die verse. Now, strong doubling is seen on the date, the face, feathers, and on the hair braids. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to help our channel, you can do so by hitting the like button. Hitting the like button does encourage YouTube to share our content with other people. We also do have a Patreon account. You can always feel free to click the link to our Patreon and donate. We do have a website, so if you have not checked out our website, please go to varietyerrors.com. Once again, our website is varietyerrors.com. You can always find myself and Mr. Robert Lawson in the Variety and Error coin group on Facebook, or in the CoinOp book group on Facebook as well. And once again, thank you for your view.